while we are waiting for our next run to be ready, I just want to let you guys know about a super exciting thing that is coming up very soon. If we can reach $2,000, if we reach $2,000 raised total, we're gonna have a super exciting upgrade for the game It Takes Two. With It Takes Two, they're gonna change their category from inbounds to 100%, which is a very unique run to witness and completely different from inbounds. Super cool route. The runners are really excited by the possibility to get to show it out. Show it off, you'll get to see mini games, secret achievements, all sorts of checkpoints that you don't get to see in any other run. So if you want to see this amazing upgrade, It Takes Two is a run, one of the first runs of tomorrow. So we've got sort of the rest of today to reach $2,000. We're not that far, chat, from that. So if you want to donate, !donate in chat, go to that link, check it out. And at the same time, you get to support an amazing cause. In Blue Pass Pause to Learn program, dogs spend time providing therapeutic support in schools, camps, residential homes, and day habitation settings. Future service dogs and program participants learn together, with the dogs obtaining important training experience and individuals receiving invaluable benefits. Pause to Learn impacts over 2,000 individuals annually. Such a cool program and changes so many lives. So yeah, again, if you want to help get that upgrade unlocked, or donate for any of the other incentives we have currently going on, follow that link in chat and donate. Any amount helps. I appreciate everyone who has been so generous so far. All right, everyone, I am super excited for this next game. We have Unravel 2, any percent co-op, with Rip and Ceebs. Take it away.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Hello, yes. I'm Ceebs.
I'm Rip. This is Unravel 2.
Any percent, we'll just jump right in here. Countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yeah, this is any percent, so you're hopefully going to see some weird stuff. If things go well, if things don't go well, you will still see some weird stuff, but it won't be as cool, I guess, or helpful. And yeah, the biggest skip in the game is right off the bat, so we're going to try and skip the first of 7 chapters. This might take a few tries, we'll see what happens. But basically, the end level trigger is to the left of where you start. Oh, cool, it worked.
It worked.
And yeah, so that's chapter 1.
A lot of that's what we call a ground fling, and most of the mechanics in this game is based off of a move we call the zoop, and either canceling the zoop or canceling it when we're flipping is kind of our bread and butter this game.
Yeah, and that's what makes co-op insanely different from solo. Even though there's 2 Yarnies, in solo you just control both and you kind of go between them. In co-op, we each get a Yarnie, and by turning off auto grab in the game, it allows us to do these really weird zoops and zoop cancels, and then obviously everything that goes from there.
Just for reference, me, Ceebs, I'm the yellow one, and Rip is the red one.
And then the lighthouse is like our main hub where we go to each of the other 6 levels. The first one being Foreign Shore is just kind of like a tutorial that we don't see anything about. So now we don't know how to jump or how to swing. So we'll have to figure it out as we go. But
we'll just have to.
We'll go into chapter 2, which is Hideaway, and hopefully be able to kind of explain some tricks. And I mean, there's like 3 different tricks we'll be doing throughout the run at different spots. So you get to see a little bit of variety, but
the only thing that's like mainly different about the tricks is timing, and that's also kind of like the secret sauce of Unravel. And that first skip that we did in chapter 1, the difference of just like milliseconds means making that and not making that. So we're looking a lot at timing and also angles and trajectory, since we'll be swinging a lot in this game.
And in any category, you're allowed to do the zoops. So, and this is what it looks like. You just hold 2 buttons and you like fly towards the other character.
I canceled them there. Usually they'll merge, but I canceled Rip midair there.
So the other person that is waiting for the little Yarnie to fly to them can stop it. And then that's basically like 90% of this run.
Yeah. We also found out that it gives us a little bit more height as well, so anything that was just like a little too tall for us to jump over, well, we could just cancel over it.
And then what we just did there is also another helpful technique, not necessarily as much in co-op. Let's wait, get this first.
Here's a fling.
Ooh, hold up.
Okay, let's see.
There we go. So it's the same. We need a front flip to kind of engage this fling, and then it's just a series of zoops and cancels in the air.
Short. Okay.
So we're gonna regrab to get the better height or better length. Ooh, a little too early, my bad.
Yes.
Again, and the timing on the swing, the timing on the zoop and the cancel all matters. So we'll try one more time. There we go.
There we go.
So it's kind of weird that you have to do this trick where you can't see the Yarnies for most of the time, at least the way we do the flings.
Right.
You can kind of swing out more towards the right and down like in the visible area of the screen, but we like to go up high and try and kind of maximize our height there and distance between the Yarnies. So here we're going to set up for another ground fling. There's these spots where for some reason you get front flips.
They kind of like, the Yarnies celebrate. It's really cute.
Yeah. The whole reason this category exists is because the developers put in code to like have the Yarnies celebrate when they do a good job.
They solve puzzles and stuff, and they wanted to add like a little bit more of an interaction. Okay, so that's the skateboard. We do not think that this is going to work ever. It's always just a wish and a prayer and a hope. But
And this was mainly the reason for any percent category to begin with. Was this one skateboard you can kind of get on top and bottom, and then sometimes, come on, do something. Do
it
something.
has some interactions here that are pretty wild.
Even backwards. We'll take anything.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do the setup again. But this could fling us to the beginning of the level or the end of the level.
Okay.
Okay,
We tried.
And this is a method that we even still use in runs. We each give it a shot, see if either one of us is lucky that day, and if not, we'll take advantage of a flip at the top of here. I was slow. That was me.
I think we got the checkpoint.
But this is a very good example of a tangle, which is kind of our greatest enemy in this game, and it is when, especially happens while you're zooping, our yarn gets caught into the objects of the level. And you can continue a little bit, but only as far as your string will take you.
Yeah. So hopefully, if you do tangle, you're close to a checkpoint, and you can just kind of pick up where you stopped. There are other spots in other chapters where if you tangle, you're kind of screwed. So we'll probably point that out when we get stuck, but we'll see what happens.
There are ways to sometimes get untangled. So you might see us kind of like trying to pull or wiggle out or something.
Yeah.
But other times you just gotta cut your losses. So this is a section where we're just kind of canceling everywhere, trying to get through little play area. So about the plot, it is not very clear on purpose. The developers wanted to have this be open to more interpretation, and
Second knot or first?
first.
Okay.
Okay, that was a bad swing though.
Oh,
Hold
wait.
on. I was thinking too hard.
Yeah, we kind of skipped a little bit of the first one. Nah, that's not gonna make it over. Oh, it did.
Kind of.
There was like that shadowy kind of adult figure harassing that what looks like a kid. And since we went out of the room, you didn't see the...
Oh shit, I'm just gonna swing over.
That's fine. You didn't see the other kid, but he was like a ghost kid outside. And usually he opens the window and lets the girl out. And it's kind of like these two Yarnies are... Some of the... Kind of like the theories on the game is the Yarnies are like guardians for these two kids. And they're just kind of following them around.
Yeah.
And then you kind of watch their adventures as they try and escape these kind of shadowy figures. These potentially abusive adults, we're not really sure. You see a lot of scenes that are questionable.
You
Can you swing? I'm gonna hit the rock? No, I didn't.
Oh.
So yeah, in each level, usually it's the shadowy figures chasing the kids. And a lot of the game too, a lot of things we've seen is like the Yarnies represent like light and goodness, and then the shadowy figures represent like negativity, and the enemies of the game, these little kind of black clouds with like flames coming out of them, kind of. I think somebody called them flaming dust bunnies, and
That's
kind of,
always been my favorite name.
stuck around with us.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only thing you have to worry about in most levels. There's a couple animals that we may see. Whoop.
Yeah, usually I do the second one. That wasn't a good call.
And outside of the animals and these little flamey guys, it's not too much to worry about, other than natural hazards, which we'll definitely get into in later chapters. But chapter 2 isn't too bad as far as things that want to kill you.
Oh,
Oh,
just
man.
straight up.
We may be doing a lot of that where we go for a trick and then we just wind up way in the air.
I'm really low.
That's fine. So when we don't do anything special with a swing like that, we just call them super swings. And it's basically just using the zoop to conserve extra speed that we get from swinging both of us at the same time. All right, for ground flank here, little baby
Oh,
one.
little tangle.
I don't know. Okay, we got a checkpoint.
Okay. We'll have to do the bottom puzzle.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Oh!
Oh, we
okay.
didn't. I didn't even know there was a checkpoint.
Every
up
now and
there.
then you get a nice surprise. I'm going to play this safe.
Yeah.
And you get a checkpoint that you weren't quite sure activated. Potentially from that crane ground fling that we attempted and it didn't really go anywhere with. You can make it all the way to the very end of the level and save, I don't know, 40 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, quite a while. But that's kind of the nature of any percent, is you can end up kind of anywhere in the level.
Yeah, it's like our own kind of version of a randomizer. Is you do a fling and you're not really sure where you're gonna land, so just be ready for anything, because you could go all the way to the end of the level, you could go in the middle, you could end up in the water, you could
End up in fire.
yeah, that's a very real possibility
Yeah.
later on. But it keeps things fresh, it keeps every run completely different. There are categories if you do want a more kind of organized and routed. Nice.
Oh, we have a concentration moment there.
Where it's more of a, you gotta hit all these tricks and everything you miss is taking away time. There's those categories as opposed to this one where it's like you really don't know how it's gonna go. If you get great flings, you'll save a crap ton of time. If you don't get them, then it's just like a normal run. But
makes it very interesting for trying to set an estimate for this game.
Yeah,
sometimes
it could be anywhere from like 45 minutes to like 55 to an hour. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 went well, so hopefully
I feel
that's a good like 5-minute time save right off the bat. But yeah, that's chapter 2. You do see the kids kind of hanging out there. One of the like the few moments of relief and just chilling.
Being kids. We start to quit and continue after the second level. It does save time. It doesn't work after the first level, so that's why.
Yeah, you get the little
that
lighthouse cutscene.
And we were talking a bit about how these yarnies are representing like good and light, and the lighthouse itself is not functional. It hasn't been lit, so we're hoping to get this lighthouse back up and running. You'll see kind of as we complete levels, the lighthouse goes from like a dilapidated state into something more functional.
So this is chapter 3.
Chapter 3, one of my favorite levels. 3 and 4 are both my favorites.
Nice quick ones. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
See the kids in the back. Before things get too real.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna try for another ground fling. Coming up here.
I hit the button.
After I get a little boost. So sometimes we get a front flip. Nope.
No flip? Okay, there we go.
No flip.
No flip.
Alright, one more time. There we go.
And that was nice and fast, straight to this next barn area. You'll see these shadowy adult figures. Looks like they're had too much to drink, partying way too hard. Not a situation.
Smacking our sparkle.
Yeah, the kids are hiding over there. Not something that's pleasant.
Yeah, I guess the main problem with any percent is that a lot of the story, if things go well, kind of gets skipped because we're skipping a lot of cutscenes and stuff. But at least we get to see this one.
Yeah.
And then we'll be trying for another ground fling right after we get out of here. We'll see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've kind of tried to figure out like a timing that we want to do for this stuff. Doing the not.
I guess I didn't know.
That's fine. Little baby.
I did it.
I'm gonna land. You want to just swing over?
Swing away. Okay. Yeah. Especially because a lot of these maneuvers are so similar to each other. Communication is key. I was doing a P-swing. We should have been doing a fling there.
It's all good.
It's fine. And then we're going to do another setup for another ground fling here. I don't feel optimistic about this one.
Really tight on timing.
We got somewhere,
right,
though.
This might be dangerous where we land.
We could.
Nice.
Ooh, all right.
I think we should get a checkpoint just in case. But we'll try and play this safe. So now there's a bird.
Yeah, now there's a bird. Usually there's this whole scene where this bird starts chasing the children. This bird is technically a grouse.
This bird is terrifying.
It is terrifying, and it will take any chance to yeet you that it possibly can. So we're gonna try and avoid the bird as much as possible. Ooh, that was close. Play a little safer here. Kind of like a more subtle strat to this game is when we are connected and when we are apart. There are pros and cons to both of them in all levels and all scenarios. So we are weighing a lot the pros and cons of being together and being separate. And
wanna mess with the bird?
let's mess with the bird. That's
So we are gonna lose a little bit of time here, but we can kind of glitch out the bird at this spot, so
it's fun.
we're gonna try it.
kind of try to dupe the bird
Yeah,
here.
it's like payback for all the terror. Oh no, don't. Okay.
There he goes. Okay,
So
so
the bird is loaded. It
locked
goes
and
into
loaded.
this weird state where it's just like stuck there, and then the end of the level is coming right up, and then there'll hopefully be 2 birds. Not really sure why this happens. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So yeah, since I guess there's like multiple birds programmed, you can kind of mess with the game, and it shows the 2 birds there. But yeah, that's chapter 3.
That's chapter 3.
The kids are running away from the adults and also running away from this grouse,
Yes.
as are we.
Yeah.
And we get one more kind of chill level before things pick up in terms of level difficulty and what can kill you in levels.
Yes. So next level, chapter 4, called Night Swimming. It has a fish that can also be very dangerous. So if anybody has played the first Unravel game, you know that there are some fun animal parts and environmental parts that the game has you interact with. I find them delightful.
Yeah, there's like the little mole guy, there's the crabs.
The kite that you ride. I thought
Unravel 1's a really fun game. I highly recommend that one as much as Unravel 2. It's definitely a different feel to the game. I think it's in some ways like a more beautiful game, and the puzzles seem to be better, but if you're looking for a co-op experience, obviously this is the only one of the 2 that you can.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think the devs were talking about how they saw a lot of people playing the first game together, and we're like, let's just make a co-op game. Like, if they're gonna kind of be playing this together, might as well make a game that, you know, parents can play with their kids, friends can play together, significant others, blah blah blah, insert whatever. You can enjoy it with somebody else or play it solo.
And also with the mechanic of being able to be merged or unmerged with your partner, that means you can have someone who is not that interested in playing chunks of the game but want to participate just kind of lightly. Ooh. Or you can have people who, you know, you could be never merged together and you're just playing side by side. It's very welcoming of different skill levels and people's participation. Yeah,
casually or as like the speed run, because there are spots where we'll just backpack is what we kind of call it.
Yeah.
And then we usually tend to play out and separate more than we probably should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I get bored.
Yeah. Like we're here, so it's like might as well just play, but you can totally, you know, stay together until you get to the puzzles that you need the 2 out. I know a lot of remote play people, because of like a little bit of delay and stuff, it makes it a lot harder. So I totally understand them wanting to stay together as much as they can and let whoever's got the better. Okay, that was
a saucy swing.
How far are we going?
Okay.
Oh, okay, wow. So that was unexpected, but a nice surprise.
Yeah. Skipped quite a bit of stuff there.
Yeah, those swing flings, as we call them, you can do it from any knot, basically, because with a partner swing, when you're swinging, you have one Yarny acting as like an anchor between the knot and the other Yarny. So for some reason, partner swings allow for front flips like all the time. If you're just swinging straight off of a knot, then it's usually a backflip when you let go. But for some reason, swinging from your Yarny partner will do a front flip. And luckily for us, that is exactly what we need. So that is why we do the partner swings whenever we need a fling. Oh, wrong one. So this is the section where we may or may not see a fish. We'll see how it goes.
This isn't the one.
Yeah, sometimes we forget where we are.
Well, especially since like the goal is to go over a lot of this stuff, so sometimes we're a little unpracticed in sections.
Yeah, and depending on where we end up, we may or may not have seen some of these parts of the levels in a while. Can we go a little bit longer? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here goes nothing. And will we make it to the stick? No! All right, you want me to put you up?
Yeah.
All right, so there is the fish. Fortunately, we do see it for a second.
Well, we're just gonna skip them.
Get the nice music change. Each,
Okay.
I love the sound. Oh, little concentration time.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a flip.
Okay, you get one chance. You get one go for that. So I had to.
Yeah, some of these spots are a one and done situation for the front flips. So.
I'm going.
Aw,
I'm going. I wasn't prepared for that.
Bro,
I know.
that hurts to give up a. I'm surprised you did that.
Okay. My string was just too long.
That's fine. Usually Ceebs is the one that's always like, let's go back.
Let's go back.
And for her to give up on a fleeing opportunity was.
I did that earlier today, and I did go back. And then later on, I was like, I probably shouldn't do that if that happens again. So I was already mentally.
I don't know
you
who
were saying something about the music though, and that fish section is some of my favorite music in the game. One of the only redeeming qualities of Chapter 5 is the music.
Yeah.
The whole soundtrack is really pleasant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know if there's a level that doesn't have music that we enjoy listening to.
The only song that we might not enjoy listening to is the end of 7. We call that the Rapids. There is a song that you get when, even though that might be changing, I don't know. There's a song that you get.
There's the kids.
If you take a little too long.
Yeah, we're thinking it's like cycle based on timing.
Yeah.
Of sections. So.
If you take too long or possibly go too fast. We haven't figured that out. You get a different song, so it's always a.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, you see the two kids there. We kind of skipped a lot of the stuff where you would see the kids otherwise in the level, but they're just kind of hanging out. This level, I don't even know, other than like the very beginning where you see the adults. It's just like the kids just kind of chilling and
kids being kids.
Yeah, being kids. So
enjoying their company and
you love to see it.
Yeah. So that was Chapter 4. We are moving on to Chapter 5, which has always been my least favorite.
And for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
Mainly it's like the only chapter where it feels like you're playing it solo, basically.
Yeah.
For a lot of the run or the level.
I'll be doing a lot of backpacking in this level, comparatively.
And depending on what flings happen, I may be doing some backpacking as well.
Yeah.
A lot can kill you in this level. There's no animals to worry about, luckily.
But this is where things kind of start to get dangerous. A lot of things want to kill you in this level.
And you see the kids, they're running away from the adults, and they're kind of breaking into this, what looks like a ammunition producing factory. So it gets a little bit more serious as far as the kind of plot behind the scenes goes.
Yeah, and also maybe a little bit more convoluted. We see them trespassing back here, which
a little bit.
Is hard to justify.
But yeah, huge shout outs to Coldwood Interactive, the Swedish developers that made this and Unravel 1. Whoops. They kind of were a small group that broke off from a bigger developing company, and while they were having like financial successes with some of the games that they were making, they wanted to make something that was more meaningful, and Unravel was one of the games that came out of that. So it was really cool just to see a game that had some heart to it and was different than a lot of other games, I think, at the time.
Specifically the second one, this one was made in hopes to be pleasant. Like they set out to make a pleasant game, which I totally latch onto and appreciate.
Yeah, they even toned down the puzzles and the difficulty bit, because the first one had some pretty difficult sections, and they're like, we just want this to be, a fun, enjoyable experience for two people to play together if they want to, or one person.
Unless you play any percent, then
yeah. And then we'll add 20 challenge levels if you really want, something that's difficult, and they are indeed pretty challenging.
They are the challenge levels are challenging. I'll say that.
So while kind of Unravel 1 puts everything in the same box, you have some options in Unravel 2, which is kind of nice. Which, I mean, there were like 2 or 3 of the challenge levels that took us, that's unfortunate.
And then
took us so long to figure out how to do it. Or
Yeah.
the proper way, at least.
Yeah, the proper way. Yeah, those there was a couple of them that we had to just quit and go back to and look at with some fresher eyes because we were getting frustrated. Okay.
I may have canceled too quick. Bad. Sometimes you get a whoa.
And a
How did that even happen?
tango.
I'm gonna just restart.
Okay.
Worst case, we go back up there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you get a tangle where you've never gotten a tangle before.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a flip up there. It really doesn't take you that far, so it's not heartbreaking if it doesn't happen. But you still gotta try, right?
Yeah, there are some parts later on in this level where it's really difficult to not die, at least the way we play it, and then the checkpoints aren't super great. I'm just gonna zoom to you in the air. That was a bad idea. We try and
There we go. See, that was a potential tangle, but we were able to kind of get it undone, which I think was a little lucky.
Yeah, so zooping with a lot of stuff around you and while you're swinging probably isn't the greatest idea. This is my first time playing, so
I was short. I didn't think I was
Oh,
gonna make
good.
that.
but yeah, it is really easy to tangle. And we should start keeping like a tangle counter because
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot more than we think it is.
The classic, you know, the not dying is like the best strat
Yeah.
that you can have. After that, not tangling. I fell down.
Whoops, I thought I wasn't even looking. Oh, you good.
Okay. Can you cancel me on there?
Yeah. We're going for another ground fling here. 3.
Okay.
Might be dangerous.
We don't have a lot of height, which is kind of freaking me out.
Yo, we're alive.
Okay, we're alive. That was a fun little hole-in-one, but it scared me, that's for sure.
Yeah, that one, there's this section of pipes that go up and down right before that. And trying to save it if you land in the area of all those pipes is
You
really
gotta think
scary.
fast. You gotta...
And if you don't get it, you go all the way back. There's no real checkpoint, so. Scary, but we did skip quite a bit. It's always sad when you go back and time this stuff and you're like, oh, we must have skipped like 5 minutes and it's like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Just because like even the no major skips is so crazy. You skip so much stuff just by using the zoops.
And that's
cancels.
why quick setups are...
Yeah. The game is gotten to a really
Okay, you're doing safe strats here.
optimized. I thought we were. I screwed it up. I know we had switched to kind of doing the
Okay.
P swing there.
Well, that's actually my least favorite part of the whole game.
Yeah, this part sucks. Nice.
We've been calling them, we heard someone call them deep fryers. We loved that and lifted that just like dust bunnies. But we can find ourselves, if we try to do some crazy things, we'll get really stuck on that part and kind of tilted, so.
Yeah, the checkpoints are far and few in between here, especially if you're skipping ones in between.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna play this extra safe and make sure we don't die. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Let's see what happens.
Sometimes we can go fast enough where the conveyor belt will open up. There
Yeah.
we go. Into like the void.
We beat the conveyor
I'm
belt.
gonna reset the timing.
Okay. Oh, you didn't zoom. And we tangled.
That is a unfortunate tangle because we go pretty far back. But sometimes it works, so we go for it.
Yep.
And that ground fling can potentially take you to the end of the level, so for us at least it's worth going for. Kind of sucks having to do the conveyor belt a second time, but I'm not going to go for it again,
Okay.
just in case.
Yeah, that's smart. See, again, I love to try
That's
things.
the Steve's I remember.
No, that will be the one. I know it.
Because that one's so prone to tangling and pretty tough on timing.
Yeah, 5 it has a lot of stuff and it has a lot of vertical movement, and that for at least our play style is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Pretty dangerous.
Which is kind of cool because 3 and 4 are pretty flat, and you got 2 and 5 that kind of go up and around and stuff.
Okay.
It's a nice mix of level designs between all the levels. We do get to at least show off this, which is a weird way to skip some sections.
So with a zoop and with a wall climb.
We get out of this section. Normally you pull that lever and this loud alarm kind of goes off and the Yarnies fall through and you get a little bit of cutscene. So instead of that, we're just going to...
as far as plot, a kid got caught for trespassing. So the Yarnies are trying to get the kid out of this office that he's locked into.
Yeah.
But we're going to just jump into the void and skip all of it.
Yeah, so the kind of factory starts to fall apart a bit. The Yarnies are a little bit destructive when they pull that lever. Stuff starts to break. So just take our word for it.
We saved him.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go for something we call juggling, which is a lot of zoops in a row. Straight up.
Just kind of like levitate one Yarnie. We're going to try and skip a cutscene trigger that has a pretty high ceiling.
Okay.
That doesn't work, then I don't know what...
I know. I went, I think, too extra for safety. It's a long cutscene, though.
Yeah.
All right. Oh! Didn't quite make it. You knew.
And then instead of doing the little puzzle there, we're just going to go up and over. Yeah, there's a deceptively high wall right there.
Yes.
And then we'll pop up on the other side.
Did you make it? Oh, you did make it. Okay. Pop out on the other side. It did.
And it's pretty much the end of 5. There's this one little section where we run to the end, pull some wires and make this forklift.
This is our great escape.
Yeah, do some more destructive things.
Yeah.
And then we'll be moving on to some woods.
Would now be a good time for me to remind folks of what we're doing here this weekend? Yeah. So, for those of you who have maybe just tuned in or haven't heard yet, Multithon is raising money for Blue Path service dogs. And each Blue Path dog comes with thousands of hours of training from dedicated volunteers and professional staff. The cost to repair these incredible dogs is upwards of $4,000 or $40,000 even. Yet thanks to the ongoing generosity of supporters, both service dogs and ongoing follow-up support are provided free of charge. And you know what? Blue Path is committed to the success of each of their placements. They remain closely connected to all families, answering the normal questions that arise when learning to navigate life with a service dog. So the work they do is phenomenal, and we are getting so close to that $2,000 milestone. And when we reach that, that's going to unlock an upgrade for a run happening tomorrow. Super, super exciting. So if you're able to donate, I would highly recommend doing what you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you.
Everybody's been killing it so far. It's been crazy to watch the donation total just shoot up.
Right. Yeah, some really, really fun runs. Love the concept, especially, I mean, we're clearly fans of some co-op games, so love that. Also, little personal fun fact, my grandmother, who was in a wheelchair, had a service dog. I loved that dog. I absolutely love that dog, and it changed my grandmother's life and the life of our family, and afforded her some independence, which was awesome. Plus, he took the cutest little pictures for Christmas and Easter. He always got pictures with Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, and those are some happy memories.
I can't beat that.
No. Alright, we are in 6. I don't remember the name of this one. Ashes, Ashes. I do remember. Just kidding.
Yeah, usually we just call them chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But they do actually have names. We always forget.
Yeah. But Ashes to Ashes, coming out of the factory and into, well, out of the pan and into the fire, or whatever that saying is. Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah, you know.
We're picking up what you're putting down.
You know what I'm saying.
So usually, like in any category, you'll skip this cutscene, but we're just gonna watch it just for kicks. Because Because usually if you skip it, the woods just catch on fire, but this is what happens. If you've ever seen this game in a marathon, you probably haven't seen this cutscene, because it's super easy to skip. It's just one zoop at like a particular spot, and you see this log truck kind of spill its guts.
Yeah. So now we're going to have fire coming from the left constantly. Okay.
Our little baby fling here.
Oh, I thought I was late.
I know, I didn't think you were gonna go, and then you went. That works. Uh-oh.
Oh,
I
didn't. Okay, yeah, those are the dust bunnies.
Do we do it again?
Yeah, we do it again.
Alright.
Okay, well that doesn't help.
Take two. Even though this one like never goes anywhere.
I wasn't ready.
I'm going.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was stuck in the hole.
I saw it like move right as I went.
Oh.
It's hard to turn down a fling spot.
Yeah.
That's our problem. We're like fling addicts. Any spot, either the ground flings or a knot that you can potentially fling from. It's
yeah, and for as like unsuccessful as they tend to be,
we're still like, we can do it.
We can do it. This could
Like,
be the one.
If you ever go golfing, you hit that like one good shot out of all 200 that you take that day, and you're like, I think I can do better next time.
Yeah, maybe I'm kind of good at this.
That was good enough. So that's our problem.
Another problem is making strats maybe more dangerous than they should be. Like this one, I didn't zoom.
Grab the... Nah, that's fine.
I should have. You're right.
Yeah, I want to play it safe. I've been scared. We've been practicing this and been screwing it up. Whoops, wrong button again.
I think practice for us can be kind of counterproductive. The problem of getting into your own head sometimes.
Yeah.
With speedrunning.
Yeah, for some weird reason, the best thing for this game, at least for us, is like think about it as little as you can, because the moment we start kind of thinking about, timing and setups and all this stuff, that's when we start screwing things up.
Yeah.
So we've always found that just even picking up the game after months, our first run back is always usually our best.
Our intuition really kicked in.
Go with the flow. The game's pretty chill and to begin with, so just kind of like let it do its thing and
not overcomplicate.
Yeah, as soon as we're like, I went too early, like I'll go a little bit later next time.
Oh, that's when you're screwed.
There's too much going on between the two, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why, like, hats off to anybody who plays this remotely.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I got a taste of it the other day recently, and major respect for, because there's quite a few of co-op pairs that have done remote play runs, and even just that little bit of delay was enough to make the game a lot more difficult than it is for us, having like the no lag. You can talk to your partner pretty easy, see what they're doing. So huge shout outs to anybody that's played this remotely.
When we were first learning the game, there was a lot of like countdowns and trying to like signal each other, and it's been a fun learning curve.
Yeah, I highly recommend this game, even casually.
Yeah.
If that's all you do. It's a great game. You're seeing most of it, so hopefully we're not spoiling all the good stuff. But just a good time. Alright, the big old ground fling that's probably not going to work, but we'll go for it.
I want it to work, which means it won't work. Yeah. Before that was fire walking, just more strategic zooping. Alright, so do a little setup here.
Go. Nice.
Okay.
Right, so that's the big ground fling for this level. Now we have to not die.
Breaking.
Okay.
Alright, thankfully we do have this big stretch over here that is kind of like our de-accelerating.
We have a nice big safe landing spot before the flames. Oops. And if the yarnies separate in air and like you both hold a separate direction, you can kind of stop yourself.
Yeah,
which
like a
is
little
really,
air brake.
Yeah, helpful obviously for this spot. Because if you go too far, and we have quite a few times, you end up just dying, and it takes you all the way back because you're obviously flying in the air. You don't pass any checkpoints.
That is one fling you cannot redo, too.
Yeah.
And you get one shot, and it just breaks a heart when it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So.
Like, 1, it hurts if you don't get the flip at all. 2, it hurts if you get the flip and then you tangle.
Tangle, yeah.
3, it hurts if you get everything and then you end up dying at the very end from the flames.
It also hurts if you decide to just bail on it and you go, and then you have to play all of the things that
Yeah.
you just passed.
Like a minute and a half that you would otherwise
Yeah.
skip.
Like, remember when we skipped that? I'm glad it works. That's a really good example of the power of the ground flings. We can't get that kind of power from a swing fling.
Nah.
We don't know why, but
Yeah, and like super swings, when you just do a partner swing with a zoop at the end, you can only go so far. It's basically just a beefed up normal swing, so it's like, it's nice to know how far you can go, but it's so much more satisfying to get these crazy flings every now and then.
yeah. But it works.
Yeah, chapter 6.
In the bag.
We got one more. Should be on a decent pace. Should be underestimate, hopefully.
Yeah. Next one's called At the Rapids, right? Something like
I think
that.
so, yeah.
Yeah. And it starts off in kind of an unusual way by going the opposite
The
direction.
big twist, yep.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some symbolism in there for that.
Do our last quit and continue.
Race up the stairs.
And then playing in whatever language, it doesn't matter for the speed run. We just enjoy looking at something different than
Yeah.
English all the time. So we've been playing PC on Japanese because we can change the language.
Yeah.
And console, you're kind of stuck with whatever language, I think.
Yeah, but we've been at this game for a couple of years now, so let's switch it up.
Yeah, we get the remnants of the forest fire, and we are making our way towards a kind of an abandoned watermill.
This is one section where I always want to play out, like not merged, but it's always a bad idea. So Rip will get us through this kind of first section. A lot of strategic swinging. Deceptively hard swinging in this part. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not great, but we're alive.
We are alive. Again, deceptively hard. And then
Yeah, we'll see. I think the kids are kind of like climbing the wall in the back. And the shadowy figures, the adults, are right behind them. And we're going to open those floodgates. And that'll be the second half of this chapter once we do a few puzzles inside. We'll skip a few puzzles inside.
yeah, we don't do any of the puzzles. No spoilers here. You
Yeah.
can try and figure those out by yourself.
Yeah, this first one's a doozy.
Yeah, this first one. I like popping in casual runs during this part. It's a good indicator of how it's been going.
Pretty much all these puzzles took us a little while
Yeah.
to get the old brain working.
Usually our struts with games is to just test them out casually and see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yep, that's one of the big reasons we've been looking forward to this marathon, is we've played a lot of the games that are being run, so just to see how people have been breaking them and speedrunning them.
Right.
It's been pretty cool to see. Be taking advantage of the kind of what we've come to call goat climbing. It reminds us of the move in Guacamelee, which would have been a good game for.
That would
this
yeah,
marathon.
that would have been a great game for this marathon. Yeah, those goat climbs, even though it doesn't look like it, also includes some timing in there.
Yeah, super helpful in solo. That is what kind of broke solo wide open.
We're gonna get the
Dang. Yeah, we got the happy music. Sometimes you can get, there's like this little post rock music that plays in the inside the watermill, and for some reason it'll continue out into this section, the rapids. But we didn't get it. Might have been me screwing up the swings in the intro.
I don't think that was it. I don't know. That's been changing for us.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because we prefer the post-track.
Yeah, we like, it's a nice like somber tune, so the juxtaposition of the music with the action is always pretty funny.
I had no trust, sorry. Yeah, the juxtaposition. I mean, this song,
It's so much better.
It's so appropriate.
Yeah.
It's so uplifting. And like, you get this double jump, which we've totally failed to mention, but yeah, this is the part where we get this double jump and the game just opens up. There's no ceilings. There are obstacles. We have some trees. We have some of those flaming dust bunnies. But then you get these ribbons, these little light ribbons here, which you can grab at any point. The reason why we're not flinging across this is because we have found that there's no fling that will get us.
Okay.
You're safe. Okay, I was scared. There's no fling that's going to get us where we need to be faster than swinging. So we do some P-swings instead. And taking advantage of our double jump.
We might have gone for the wrong knot, my bad.
That wasn't our stop.
That's fine.
No, it really doesn't matter that much. But
yeah, with the double jump, it makes these super swings a lot crazier and spicier because you get the extra jump at the end to like, even conserve your speed even more. So I'll kind of let go and
and then I'll jump from rip.
Oh, nice. It's a swaggy way to grab that collectible.
But we do a fling here because we're kind of aiming for a little bit more height. And it didn't fling.
Uh-oh, I shouldn't have...
No, we're okay.
Oh, we're good.
I'm trying it again. I don't care. You can't stop
Let me
me.
recharge just in case. Okay.
Okay.
If you grab either like the lightning ribbon thing or you touch the water, you recharge your double jump. So sometimes I'll need to kind of pop out and
We got over the tree.
recharge my juice.
Another one where we have to go kind of high. The peace
That
swing.
was a weird...
That was.
It didn't let you have any speed.
And
Tangle, I'm
and
sorry.
no tangle.
That's such a bad idea.
No, I went straight up in hopes to kind of avoid tangling
Champ, you are the champ.
on the branch there. See, I have to zoop to rip, but I'm scared straight up.
Yeah, the rapids are Tangle City if
Yeah.
you're kind of willy-nilly with your zooping,
All
which
right.
we have in this run, but try for another super swing.
Blink. And we can.
Sometimes we can get out of here.
Oh, nice.
If you can't and you die right there, you got a checkpoint right
All
beside
right,
it.
I'm gonna
so
do the new thing.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Recharge mine. Basically, one more.
That's not
You're
gonna
good.
work.
Oh, I thought you had it.
No, that wasn't gonna work.
One more super swing to get to the pretty much the last part of the level,
Blink.
and that will pretty much wrap up Unravel 2.
Yes, very fun game. I love the co-op. Any percent's my favorite. No major skip is a ton of fun. RMS, that we need to work on RMS more. We also do challenge runs, good fun, and Rip has done some solo runs, which are good fun.
Gotcha.
And
So yeah, made it through, and that's the run.
time right there.
Thanks for having us. Good luck to the future runners, the past runners.
Yeah, we got Spelunky tonight.
Yeah,
we
coming up.
Stardew Valley.
Celeste, that, I think. which
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked for.
It's gonna be a good night, y'all. I'm super excited about it.
Keep donating if you can. Thanks to everybody that has. Y'all are amazing.
Yeah. Thank you for everybody coordinating all this
Yeah,
and
all the
putting in the
staff
work.
helping out.
Talk about a multi-thon. It's taken a village. Thank you, everybody, for this just fun opportunity.
Keep going fast.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. It's nice. Oh yeah, it's in Japanese. There's this nice message that plays. It's like, thank you for playing our game. I wish we had.
I
knew what it-
know. We've read it 1,000 times and
So
stuff.
if you can read Japanese, enjoy the message because it's nice.
It's nice. It's pleasant. You know, Be kind to people.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to the Coldwood Interactive for making a great game.
Yeah. Love it.
Or great games.
Oh, what a beautiful run was that. Unravel 2, such a cool game. I know I'm absolutely going to go check that out casually myself now. Such a beautiful run. Love the commentary. Big GGs all around. And yeah, we are just getting ready for the next run, which is going to be Spelunky. I was going to remind you, we still have so many more games tonight. After Spelunky, we've got Celeste, and there's donation incentives still up for Celeste. We've got Stardew Valley 4-player glitchless community center restoration, which is going to be super, super cool. We got Levelhead, Banjo-Kazooie, and then some Kiwi to end off the night. It's going to be great. End to day 2, and also again, we are so close to that $2,000. And at $2,000, if we can hit that, that unlocks a new upgrade for the It Takes Two run, going from inbounds category to 100%, which is going to be super cool to see. If you're able to donate, any donation is going to help out that goal. It's just a milestone goal, so as long as we hit 2,000, we're going to get that upgrade. And if you want as well, there is also another donation incentive for It Takes Two. Apparently the devs very recently put in voiced language files for the game, and so we can have the voices in English, French, Spanish, German, or Japanese, and it's up to you guys to pick which one they're going to do. Currently English is winning, but if you want to hear some really cool voice actors in a different language, absolutely donate. There's different choices there. But yeah, we're going to wait for the next run to be ready. This is also going to be the end of my shift, so this has been a pleasure hanging out with you, being your host for these last few runs. And yeah, I'll be passing you off to Critique Quartz after this break.